What's up, Transform? This is Ben here in Malaysia, and today we're going to talk about the X-Transbots Stunticons. Now, a couple of weeks ago, there was a release from BB7 of this fella. It kind of looked like Sideswipe, and then it could like change into this fellow, which some people immediately identify as Breakdown. And if you take a look at this, you could transform Sideswipe into this fella that kind of looks like Breakdown, but it's in Sideswipe colors, and then the legs here look like Breakdown. And some people commented that because the spoilers were up here, it kind of looked like Red Alert, and this mode could be done in Red Alert colors with a bit of modification. And then a day later we get this guy. Now this is a comparison shot done by Cheem, so massive thanks to Cheem for his amazing things again. I looked at a few videos on the Stunticons, and this image here is a cartoon representation of Breakdown. So what we're going to do is we're going to nitpick and see how amazingly good the X-Transbots Stunticons are. Now, because of the drama that is in the BB7 camp and in the X-Transbots camp that's going on, I will not go into details about that. We are going to get the Stunticon limbs for $40 US each, released in America. So these are US prices. These are not even the Chinese prices. So it is quite amazing that we're going to get such a cheap price for the Stunticon. But here we have the render of X-Transbots Breakdown from iBot on the TFW 2005 website. And here we have the resin prototype of Breakdown. And I gotta say that this guy here looks amazingly close to this render here. So let's compare how these will look to the cartoons. So amazingly, a lot of accuracy here. This chest and ab section here, all these details, it's in the render and in the prototype shot. Amazing. It is possible that we should get the blue to be a little darker like the cartoon. White here should look a little bit creamier, like cream white. X-Transbots, you still got a lot of redeeming opportunities to give us a correct colored Breakdown. The wheels here look amazingly good and accurate. Very little detailing on the forearms, which is great because that's what the cartoon gave us. Accurate sculpting at the knee section, here at the lower knee section, and then you get some sculpting here that's accurate to the cartoon, even down to the legs and the wheels in the inner calves. All look pretty amazing from the front. At the back, yes, it's a little bit of different. Spoilers is pointing upwards instead of the cartoon accurate pointed downwards. This here is a little bit different, but hey, Sunstreaker also look very different from the cartoon from the back. So most people are not gonna display their figures from the back, so I guess that's okay, you know. Just joking. I feel like this is the first third-party combiner that I'm gonna get. It really hits a lot of the sweet spot. Right, let's take a look at the next guy. The car looks amazing no matter what. Alright, the next guy. Here we have Wild Rider, and Wild Rider looks pretty darn good as well. What we have right now is the other renders. So you have the chest and ab area that looks accurate. This here looks accurate. The crotch flip, right? It will flip up and it looks amazingly detailed and accurate to the cartoon. Everything here, the wheels, the colors, the head sculpt could use a little bit of improvement and maybe add some details to the sculpting that's over here on the cartoon. Can't really see it visibly clear on the render. The head sculpt looks great. The car mode looks fantastic. Oh my god, it really looks like a real genuine Ferrari. So I'm really impressed. Again, thanks to Cheem for this comparison shot. Here you have the upper knee detailing that's accurate. Lower knee detailing quite accurate. Even the feet looks quite good. Alright, and you got the wheels at the side. And so it looks amazingly good. And from the back, this is what Wild Rider looks like. Now, a guy by the name of Death's Head did a slight recoloring from the render by iBot, and he said that Wild Rider will look better if the gray was shaded closer towards the cartoon models, and I gotta agree, it looks amazingly good with just a bit of recolor. I mean, this looks too much silvery, light silverish gray, right? And it doesn't really look the part, but this color here really hits the sweet spot in what Wild Rider would look like. So amazingly good, and an automatic buy for me, especially at a $40 price point. So this brings us to the major question. The most difficult toy to make for the Stunticons would be Moto Master. Now, why is that? Well, let's take a look. Moto Master, you gotta agree, has a comparable size to Optimus Prime MP10. And so it has a slightly longer cab that is broken up into two sections, right? And the cab here could be the same size as the Optimus Prime cab or just a tiny little smaller. It can't be too small. This cartoon model here is a little bit too small, but you can see different images of Motormasters which has a comparable size to Optimus Prime, right? But this is just a screenshot for me to illustrate to you guys that Motormaster should be about the same size as Optimus Prime in the vehicle mode. In fact, maybe the trailer could be a little longer. And this brings us to a little bit of a discussion point, I should say, about the size of Motormaster in the robot mode. Why is that? If you look at most of the cartoon images, Motormaster is just maybe half a body taller than the other Stunticon members. And this brings us to a big problem because the cab of Motormaster is the complete cab of the truck. I mean, that's something really big. Optimus Prime will be about this size here, and it's the size of the cab. So how is X-Transbots going to design a Motormaster with a proportional cab, calf, and foot or feet area that is the same size as the vehicle mode? I'm thinking the best compromise will be to make a full cab, calf, and feet for Motormaster. Something where the original cab of the truck will fold in somehow into the leg areas, right, and form the calves and feet for Motormaster. The trailer of Motormaster will be transformed into the abs, chest, and arms and head. All that is given, right? The toy, however, the trailer splits into two parts. You know, one for the battle station part and one for the head and chest of Motormaster. And I don't think that is the right approach. Well, because if you look at a lot of the cartoons, the entire trailer transforms into Motormaster's upper torso. And so I really think that X-Transbots is going to have a hard time to scale Motormaster taller than the Stunticons. And I don't think that the Sunbow scale here is accurate. Why? Here we have Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime, right? The Sunbow scale states that Ultra Magnus will be about this high compared to Optimus Prime. But Takara has Ultra Magnus a lot taller, like almost half a body taller. So Motormaster, in my opinion, because Ultra Magnus has the cab completely transformed and the trailer completely transformed into one big giant bod, Motormaster should be about the same size as Ultra Magnus. And because the Stunticons are quite small, they are cardboard size, and Menasor is supposed to be really big, just like the other combiners. That means you're gonna have a big mid-torso section for Menasor. And so I think if you put the cardboard limbs onto Ultra Magnus, it's gonna make Ultra Magnus really tall, like probably about this tall, which is, I guess, a combiner size, right? This is how big Menasor would be. And I think that's about the right size. What do you guys think? I think X-Transbot is gonna have a hard time doing a Motormaster, and according to iBot, Motormaster has already been designed. Maybe this video, by the long shot, can get iBot to think about that. I'm sure that they're really good at thinking about the Motormaster and giving us a very cartoon accurate Motormaster. Hopefully they will not disappoint us. So that is all I have to say about the X-Transbot Stunticons. The 4 members of the Stunticons will be designed perfectly by X-Transbots. The biggest challenge will be designing Motormaster. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the size of Motormaster? Vehicle mode, should it be the same size as Optimus Prime? Alt mode, would it be the scale of the Sunbow cartoons where it's just a tail taller like in this picture? Or should it be the size of Ultra Magnus? Because the whole cab and trailer will transform into the bot mode. Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. This is Ben again in Malaysia, signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.